And so, for one of the last times, dear Shambram, and so it is. This isn't about Tobias, returning. This is about you becoming. This is about you coming back to you. Completing a circle that began a long time ago. I am that I am, Adamus Saint Germain. I've been a bit busy lately. I apologize to each and every one of you for not spending a bit more time with you. I've been in the process of helping Tobias to rebirth. Oh, and don't underestimate the difficulty of taking an old dead Jew and putting him into a 10-year-old boy. It's taking everything Katumi and I have to get him back into Sam. What I would like to do this afternoon in our session, instead of a lot of lecturing, I want to get into some motion, some feeling. You see, this confidence, this old energy human confidence that you've had, it's going away. It's either going to dissolve away or it's going to be ripped away. Let it dissolve away naturally. Let it move away naturally. And as you do, allow the awareness of being, of your being, to come in. What does that mean? Those are some fancy words. What is that awareness of being? It's the I am. It's the acceptance of yourself. Let it happen, dear Shambra. What a perfect place on top of this mountain with Shambra in this safe and sacred space and the music of Yoham. With that, it has been a delight. I don't need to lecture anymore. Let yourself be. I am that I am, Adamus Saint Germain. Namaste. Let me repeat it one more time, but go into your feelings this time. Namaste, from the God within me to the God within you. Namaste, dear Shambra. I would like to take a few moments here to talk about our dear friend Tobias and to explain a few things that he has never talked about before. Every one of you here, every one of you connecting to us right now has known Tobias in the past. You've shared lifetimes with him in Lemuria and Atlantis, and times even before in the angelic realms. Tobias is a stranger to none of us. Tobias's love was known throughout all of Atlantis. And it was Tobias who brought us together, who helped us develop our own divinity and humanity. It was Tobias working with all of us who helped us understand the blessings of life here on earth. And in the end days of Atlantis, when the armies of Azura Tamu were closing in on the temples of Tien, a memory so many of you still have deep within, it was Muir who finally said, we will sacrifice ourselves for the sake of the others. And it was Muir who walked first from all of us in the temples of Tien, giving of himself to the armies that were closing in. And it was Tobias, as Muir, who died amongst us first in these final days of Atlantis. Tobias chose at one point to come back to Earth. He chose a lifetime on Earth, chose the lands of the Middle East. He was a rabbi lifetime after lifetime. He studied the texts, listened to the lectures, because he was going to be worthy in the eyes of God. He was going to get it right this time, because he felt he got it wrong in Atlantis. It wasn't until nearly his last day in prison, just about to die, just about to cross over, that he finally got it. He finally released everything. As he has told you the story, he released all of his beliefs. He released all of his guilt and all of his suffering. He released everything he had thought about himself so that he could become himself. He was so close to death, it didn't matter for him at this point. It didn't matter. He let go. And in a brilliant flash that can still be seen in the universe, Tobias finally understood 4 simple words. I am God also. It all came together. All of the pieces fit. The love flowed in. And Tobias ascended. Tobias went on to his own sovereignty. And there are not that many, what you would say, ascended masters in all of the realms. And there are none to date. None to date, dear Shambra, that have ever returned back to earth in physical body. Ever. Tobias, Tobiwa, is actually the first ascended master to be rebirthing to earth. Something he never mentioned all of these years in working with you. So it is my honor to share that with you. I know Tobias is going to remember who he is. For one reason, because you're here right now, helping to bring in that energy. You're here for an event that is of historic proportions. An ascended master rebirthing on earth.
Greetings, dear ones. I am Cryon of Magnetic Service. Spirit is not in a vacuum. Spirit knows exactly what this weekend is about. Totally. From my standpoint, it's a lot of fuss about a dead Jew. Now let's interview Tobias, if we could interview Tobias right now. Does it make sense, Tobias, to leave now? It doesn't seem like this is the time. Tobias, it doesn't make sense you're leaving. There's so much to do, and you have been successful. Look at the organization that has blossomed around the seed that you planted with your partner Jeff a decade ago. And you're leaving. What would Tobias say?